Is Ty working inside, or is he doing a little bit of both?
He's working inside primarily. He's still trying to understand the defense and trying to see how he can help us. But he's big, he's strong, he's super athletic, and sometimes for these young kids it takes them a while to catch up and get comfortable with the speed of the game and the technique and all that stuff. But I thought he did an awesome job today in terms of practice for us.
Has there been a point in time where you kind of saw the light go on for Ty?
Yeah. I keep talking to Coach Frost and all the offensive coaches. They keep saying that Ty and Casey stand out a lot. Most I use them stands out a lot in scout team reps, and I'm just proud of those young guys taking advantage of those opportunities to go against the ones, because it's better for them to do that than stand on the sideline and not take any reps with us over on the other side. So just being able to see them in the bye week and now the last couple of days, I can see a big improvement in terms of what they've been able to do.
At the start of the season, with Ty, were you thinking you'd be able to get him at before, or how are you kind of approaching that?
Yeah, my approach with Ty when we sat down and talked was, when you're ready to play, we're going to use you. And I don't know when that's going to be. A lot of that's dictated on him. Obviously, we got an older group, but we're at week 8 now with a bye week. That's 9 weeks plus the training camp. So he's pretty much closed the gap a lot, and it's exciting to see.
What was the most helpful aspect of the bye week for your position group?
Just getting healthy, getting the guys healthy again, and then being able to go back and watch the tape and not be able to rush through things, take a look at the fundamental techniques, take a look and show them plays in terms of when we're all doing the right things, all 11 guys, how successful we are, and when we don't, then there's the opposite effect of that. So just getting them to go back to the basics and understanding that, and trying to simplify things. And sometimes being simple is not easy, right? I mean, the Patriots have been saying that forever, just do your job, and everybody's been trying to do it, but they do it better than everybody else, right? So that's not an easy thing to do.
Have you been, the last few games, leaning on that top group a little bit more than maybe you were?
Yeah.
How's that rotation kind of?
A lot of that has to do, too, with the flow of the game, and so we've been in some tight games, and there's been times where we need to get plays, and those guys, they got to step up and play for us. So that kind of limits the rotation in terms of what we try to do. If the game is to a place where I feel like we're ahead of them, then we can rotate a little bit more and keep those guys fresh. But it's been a little bit tough the last couple of games where those guys really had to take more on them, and they can do it. So I won't overuse them. I'll make sure that we rotate them, keep them fresh. But every time they come off the field, I'm always talking to them. They say they feel good to go, so I keep them going.
Is that a look that you like?
Yeah, we did that against Minnesota. We felt like if they go big, then we have the ability to go big too. So we can put in Ben Stille in there, and so having Stille and Khalil out there, that gives us 2 athletic guys to be able to get big with personnel grouping. So. We're going to face big teams coming down the road too as well, so we're going to have different packages to be able to match those up too. So we kind of have that in our back pocket too as well that we're working.
What do you see out of Indiana's offense?
Very efficient. They do a really good job throwing the football. They're one of the better passing teams in our conference. They got 2 quarterbacks that they kind of use, and they're very mobile too. They've only had 9 sacks, but those quarterbacks do a good job of getting out of the pockets and throwing the ball downfield. They got a big running back that's a downhill runner, so we got our work cut out for us. They put up a lot of points. I think it's more about us than it's about those guys right now, and if we do a good job of making sure we execute the right way, then we should be okay.
Does much change, I guess, depending on which quarterback it is in the game? I know it's going to be kind of a game-time decision of their starter, but does it change much, I guess?
No, they're pretty efficient in terms of what they do with the quarterbacks. Nothing changes as much for them. One is the freshman is more mobile than 12 is, so we just got to make sure we know who's in the backfield in terms of the rushers, because they can get out of the pocket too as well and be able to make plays with their feet and extend plays. So that's pretty much what we got up front in terms of how we're going to be able to handle our pass rush with quarterbacks in there.
When you look at sort of the level of disruption overall from the defense from the non-conference schedule, I know you made a big play obviously against Northwestern, but generally speaking over the last few weeks, what has changed in your mind, or what has led to a decrease in sacks, takeaways over the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, a lot of it too is, getting them in 3rd and long situations. There's been times too as well. We show a lot of different things in 3rd down. So a lot of times when teams see that, they're going to check into a run because they don't want to be in a pass situation because we're pretty aggressive in going after them and doing that. The Minnesota game, you know, when they're in the lead and in that type of weather, there's really no reason for them to try to put the ball in a situation where we can get a turnover. So they're just going to keep running the football and go into more of a 4-minute mode mentality like that. So for us, it's just really winning first, second down, getting them in long passing situations so we can try to get after the quarterback. But at the end of the day, whatever we call, it's about execution over anything else.